Hello, my dear students. Today, let me speak on one of the most important major question as well as the short note that is inquest. The question may be asked, define inquest, describe or explain the different types of inquest held in India. Or sometimes there may be only short note, just police inquest or magistrate inquest. Okay. Now, what do you mean by inquest? Inquest. In was it does mean to seek. In other words, the meaning is in to seek. What to seek? What is the definition? Inquest is a legal or judicial inquiry to ascertain a certain matters of fact. Legal or judicial inquiry to ascertain a matter of fact. But generally, in forensic medicine, we say inquest means inquiry into the cause of death, which is apparently not due to natural causes. Okay, look here. The general meaning of inquest is inquiry to ascertain a matter of fact that I will explain later. But in general, in forensic medicine, it is an inquiry into the cause of death which is apparently not due to natural causes. Now, let me explain. When is inquest done? Inquest is done by the authorized person, maybe by a police or maybe by a magistrate, in conditions such as homicidal deaths or suicidal deaths or accidental deaths or sudden death, where nobody knows what is the cause of death. Okay. Meantime, in case of suspicious death or unexpected death or unexplained death, or even if a person dies by any animal bite, or even in case of death by machinery, all these cases, in other words, what you say, whenever cause of death is not known, means if at all the person dies of natural cause, of course, he will get a medical certification or cause of death certificate, or else inquiry has to be done as per Indian law. Now, why is inquest done? Look here. Article 21 of Constitution of India says it is a duty of the state to protect the rights of each and every citizen. If at all a person dies of any criminal offense, the suspected or the accused should be identified and he should be punished. So such an inquiry or investigation is obviously. But shall I repeat? Shall I repeat? Huh? 1 minute. This one, huh? Right from beginning? Okay. Now, what are the different types of inquest? Number one, inquest held in India. The inquest held in India, there are two types of inquest were held in India. Number one, the most common type of inquest is police inquest. And number two, magistrate inquest. Magistrate inquest is done only when it is indicated. That I am going to explain it later. Two inquests held other than in India. That is, number one, coroner's inquest, which was held in India earlier, but now it has been abolished. I will explain later again. Two, procurator fiscal system. And number three, medical examiner's inquest or medical examiner system. Now, police inquest, very, very important. Maybe short note itself, maybe ask for 5 marks. Remember, this section is very, very important. Police inquest is dealt under section 194 of Bharatiya Nagarika Suraksha Samhita or BNSS. Now, police inquest means inquest held by a police officer. Held by a police officer. The one who holds police inquest is known as investigating officer, or in short, IO, investigating officer. What is the minimum rank of a police officer to hold inquest? The minimum rank is senior head constable. Senior head constable. Okay, this is important MCQ. Now, what is the procedure? When the police receive the information about any such dance, he will proceed to the scene of occurrence. So, on receipt of information about any sudden suspicion or natural death of any person, the IO, he has to inform about the incident immediately to the nearest magistrate, and he proceeds to the place where the dead body is lying. And once he goes there, he selects two or more respectable persons of that area, known as witnesses. Okay, witnesses, and they are known as panchas. Originally derived from Hindi word, pancha means five, but not always necessarily there should be five people, but five is okay. And later, in the presence of those panchas, he starts investigating and prepares a report known as inquest report or panchanama. Panchanama. Panchanama means inquest report. Okay, it is very easy. It's like a story. So, on receipt of the information, he has to inform the nearest magistrate. Then he'll go to the scene of occurrence, and there he select two or more respectable people of that area who are known as panchas, and he prepares a report known as inquest report or panchanama. Okay. And the report includes number one, the identification of the deceased. Number two, the place of death. Number three, the approximate time of death. Okay, because by preliminary investigation. And number four, the description of wounds. If at all there are any wounds, especially in case of a fall from the height or some homicidal attack or even some sort of suicidal injuries. He described the wounds. Meantime, what could be the causative weapon? Nature of the weapons. All these. And finally, they gather information and they think what could be the cause of death. Cause of death. Okay. Meantime, it is signed by the police officer and the witnesses. The Panchanama means inquest report. After describing about all these points, it will be signed by the investigating officer as well as witnesses. If no foul play is suspected, if that it is somewhat of natural death, then the dead body will be handed over to the nearest kith and kin. And if at all they suspect some criminal activity, or if they're not in a proper position to analyze what could be the cause of death, then they send the body to the nearest doctor who is eligible to do postmortem examination, generally the government hospitals, or in case of private medical colleges in some states, private medical college forensic department faculty also can perform postmortem examination. And after performing postmortem examination, we hand over the postmortem report to the appropriate authorities, maybe to the police itself, or maybe we can send it to the magistrate. That's regard police inquest. Okay, it is very easy. Okay. Number two, magistrate inquest, which is dealt under section 196 of Bharatiya Nagarika Suraksha Samhita. Remember, what are the indications for magistrate inquest? Just remember, whenever a person dies in the hands of police, or when you suspect the person must have died in the hands of police, then magistrate should hold inquest, not the police, because police will be already, they may be biased. Number one, that while under police interrogation. Okay, but here, before talking about indications, there are two types of magistrate. Number one, judicial magistrates. Number two, executive magistrates or non-judicial magistrates. Okay. Judicial magistrates are number one, Chief Judicial Magistrate, also known as CJM. Number two, Judicial Magistrate of First Class or JMFC. And number three, Judicial Magistrate of Second Class or JMSC. Okay. Second category of magistrates are non-judicial magistrate, also known as executive magistrate. They are usually the revenue officers, maybe IAS officers, or that Karnataka Administrative Service Officer, or Telangana Administrative Service Officer, or Uttar Pradesh Service, State Administrative Service Officers, maybe the district magistrate, or subdivisional magistrate, or additional district magistrate, or district commissioner, or district collector, or assistant collector, or assistant commissioner, or tahsildar, or even deputy tahsildar. All these are executive magistrate. Generally, executive or non-judicial magistrate will hold inquest because judicial magistrates will be always busy in the court of law. Once they go out from the court of law to do the inquest, then all the witnesses who have already come to their court has to go back. That's why generally executive magistrate will hold inquest. Now, why magistrate inquest? Magistrate inquest is superior to police inquest. It is superior to police inquest, and the magistrate can conduct an inquiry instead of police inquest or in addition to the police inquest. That means police inquest is already done. In addition to that, the magistrate can hold inquest, or without police inquest, straight away the magistrate can hold inquest. Now, when is magistrate inquest done? I said, whenever you suspect the person died in the hands of police, for example, while under police interrogation, or death during police firing or police lathi charge, or if a person dies in a police custody, or if rape takes place in police custody, or if a person disappears from the police custody, the rape or disappearance of a person in the custody of the police or any other custody authorized by the magistrate or the, say, for example, rehabilitation school, hostel school, or remand home, or in the prison. All this, whenever the person is detained by law enforcing agencies, and if if a person dies, inquest has to be done by magistrate. Number four, death of a mentally ill prisoner in a psychiatric hospital. Death of a mentally ill prisoner in a psychiatric hospital. Number five, if a married woman dies within 7 years after marriage, and if her death is under suspicious circumstances, or if she commits suicide, just to rule out dowry death. And number six, in case of exhumation, digging out of the body, dead body, maybe for the purpose of identification, maybe for the purpose of second autopsy, or maybe for the purpose of first autopsy. In all these conditions, magistrate should hold inquest, not a police officer. Okay. Why magistrate inquest is done? I told Article 21 protects the rights of each and every citizen. At the same time, what law says is no person can die unjustly, and he cannot be deprived of his liberty and his rights as citizen. And whenever a person is deprived of his liberty and rights as a citizen, cannot die by the brutality of the people. So no person who is deprived of a liberty can die as a result of neglect or brutality by the people in whom charge is. Number three, in case of a person who is already buried and if there is any doubts as regards the identity, cause of death, manner of death, like I said, in case of exhumation, maybe for the purpose of identification, maybe to do the first postmortem examination, maybe to second postmortem examination, then always you should be settled by a magistrate, not a police inquest, because magistrate inquest is always superior to police inquest. And number four, to rule out dowry death. To rule out dowry death. Okay, that regarding magistrate inquest. Coroner's inquest, it was held in Mumbai and Kolkata. That time it was known as Calcutta and Bombay. But it was abolished long back in 1978 from Kolkata and 1999 from Mumbai. Now it is not held in India and normally for UG examination, they will not ask about coroner's inquest. Maximum there may be some MCQs. I will show you later. As of today, it is held in United Kingdom, some states of America, Canada, New Zealand, and some other countries, not in India. Procurator fiscal system. Here, procurator fiscal is public prosecutor. He is a lawyer or barrister. He is a public prosecutor. It is held in Scotland. And number three, medical examiner system. Here, it is a type of inquest which is held in most of the states of USA. Some states there may be coroner's inquest, but most of the states in USA, medical examiner system is followed. And here, the medical examiner is he is the doctor. A medical person is appointed to an inquest. And here, he not only does inquest, he only perform postmortem examination. The autopsy is also conducted by him. When you compare with all these five different types of inquest, best form of inquest is medical examiner system because we doctors are in a better position to know about the cause of death by the external examination of a dead body. So out of all, best form of inquest is medical examiner system. Now coming to the few questions. The inquiry into the circumstance of death is called inquest report. The common type of inquest in India is police inquest. Minimum rank is head constable, senior head constable supposed to be. Coroner inquest was held in India at Mumbai and Kolkata. If a lady dies of unnatural death within 7 years after her marriage, the inquest will be done by magistrate. Here, answer is subdivisional magistrate. Best form of inquest out of all is medical examiner system. In case of death in police custody, the inquest is held by maybe by a executive magistrate, maybe by a judicial magistrate. So answer is either executive or judicial magistrate. A married woman dies under such circumstances at a residence about 3 years after marriage. Her father filed a complaint in the police station regarding that the husband was demanding for dowry. In this case, the inquest will be held under which section? 196. Police inquest 194 of BNSS. A person dies in police custody, the inquest will be held by a magistrate. In India, magistrate inquest is done in all the following cases except dowry death, yes. Exhumation, yes. Death in police custody, yes. Murder, police can hold inquest. The type of inquest held in Scotland is procurator fiscal system. The type of inquest never followed in India, police. Yes, magistrate is both are held even today. Coroners was held in before, but medical examiners never in India. Okay, that is regarding inquest. It is one of the important main question as well as short answer question also. Okay, wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye bye.